Sammy Seahawk here with another episode of How My Guardian Angel Helped Me. I've been looking for a cash car and found a couple, printed them up. I printed this one up. It's a vehicle that said it was in South Texas. South Texas to me is in Corpus or something like that. So I didn't pay much attention to it. That was about 3 weeks ago. And kept looking for other cars, and no big hurry because I got a new car. I'm just looking for a really cheap car that I can use to drive around so I don't wear out the one that I got. And I finally took a look at the address on this place, and it's in San Antonio. And I'm thinking, that's not South Texas I thought of, but okay, San Antonio. Well, that being said, I'm in San Antonio. It's September and it's 2024. About 8 years ago, I met a girl, and I was told that she was undateable. I was told, you ain't gonna be able to date her. She's not gonna go out with you. She don't go out with anybody. But I kind of had a feeling that I was sent to her, just by some of the things that were going on with me and everything. And so I just kept, talking to her, and finally she agreed, and we just started hanging out more and more. And we had just the normal relationship, just going and doing things together and things like that. Had a good time, and when I first did start hanging around her like that, I said, hey, I just kind of wanted to let you know that I believe I was sent to help fix you, and for somebody else, that we probably won't stay together, but I was sent to help fix you for the next guy. And she laughed it off, and she said, yeah, I don't need to be fixed. And I said, well, okay, but that's usually the way it works, is I get sent to the ones that need to be fixed, and I never get to keep them, and they go with somebody else, and they have a great life. And that's okay, I guess, if that's what I'm supposed to be doing, because otherwise people wouldn't be being sent to me spiritually, I guess. I don't know. So time went on, and her father died, and he just kind of said, hey, I'm tired of living, and he decided that he didn't want to live, and he died. And that was quite a shock and everything. So it kind of got tough, and people had to manage without him, let's say. And so then everything started becoming clearer, who was doing what and how life was being ran. So I thought that I knew what I needed to fix, and I didn't know what I needed to fix up until not long ago. And an alcoholic can really hide things. Everybody knows a good alcoholic can hide it from everybody, even the people they love. So what I'm going to say is, for the people who knew, shame on you for not ever saying anything. Because if we love someone and they're an alcoholic, we need to say something. We need to do something. Because alcoholism is an evil. And if it wasn't an evil, you wouldn't have to go to AA, which is church-based, to start putting good things into you. And that's what you're doing, is you're going and putting your spiritual self back in health, and removing the evil. Because alcoholism, it is an evil. And if you want to succeed from it, you need to be open about it, and you need to have help from others who know that you are an alcoholic, so that they can help you too. It's not that they have to help you by doing something every day, but they can help you by not saying, hey, you want to go get a beer? So that's what I mean. That's what I mean by, if you know someone's an alcoholic, you need to say something. And she hit it well. She hit it really well, and like any good alcoholic will. And after 7 years, now I know. So it's not a rush to judgment. It's not a one thing happened and I just decided. No, it's the answer. And I told Jamie that I've been looking for the answer. And I told her last year at this time, I'm looking for the answer. What's going on? So it's up to her. It's up to her to decide if she wants to stop, or we'll just have to bring it out ourselves and say, hey, if you're not going to admit it and do something about it, well, I'm going to say something so that others know, and maybe eventually someone can help you. That's what it's about. So you say, well, what's going on with that car? Well, Bob's in San Antonio. He's not my dad, he's her dad, so why am I here? Well, because the last time I was here, I told Bob I couldn't help Jamie anymore because she didn't want help. I said, that's it. It's almost killed me. I can't help her. She's on her own. I said, Bob, I know you tried to help her, and you thought I could come and help her, and I thought I could help her too. But look, when people don't want help, you can't help them. And if she didn't want to admit that she has a problem and that she has alcoholism, then nobody's going to be able to help her. She's going to continue to do what she does and financially drain those around her like she's doing now. Borrowing money from people and not paying it back, and then living and not expecting to pay any type of bill with anybody while she goes and drinks. Well, I told Bob when I was here back in February, I said, Bob, I can't help her anymore, I'm done. And I thought I could just quit. But I don't get to decide. I don't get to decide any of this. I'm not in control. And I don't have any magic power where I can go and do anything for anybody. All I can do is bring assurance and bring hope and let somebody know that God's watching, or that God knows, and that God's there. And it doesn't have to be any certain God, it's God. That's it. That's the only thing I'm doing. I don't get anything out of this. I just drove 4 hours to be in San Antonio. I don't get anything out of this, but I have to be here because that's where I was asked to go. So I had to come back after I told Bob I couldn't help anymore to let him know, well, I've done all I can now, because now it's up to Jamie. It's up to Jamie to decide if she has a problem. It's up to Jamie to decide if she wants to do anything about it. And if she has, by the time this video has been posted, great. And if she hasn't, well, let's hope that she eventually makes the right decision. It has to be Jamie's decision. It can't be anyone else's. I can't make anybody want to join AA and stop being an alcoholic. But I can let you know that God's involved in this, and He's trying to help you. He's trying to show you, hey, if I didn't care, I wouldn't be doing all this to try to help you. And I certainly wouldn't be sending Sammy around doing all this stuff. I could be doing something else. I don't need to be standing in the middle of a cemetery in San Antonio, but I'm here because God wants me to be here. And that's whenever you come to say, hey Bob, I've done all I can do now. It's up to Jamie now. If she wants to get the evil out of her body, that's her decision. Because only she can remove the evil of alcoholism from her body.